Meghan Markle has come under fire for the Bimbo claims she made in the latest episode of her Archetypes podcast. Markle said she was treated like a bimbo during her 34th show stint on Deal or No Deal, where she appeared 16 years ago. The Australian newspaper's media writer Sophie Elsworth slammed Meghan, saying it was about time she woke up to the fact the show was not interested in her intellectual abilities. Speaking to Sky News Australia, Miss Elsworth said, "You, Meghan, weren't there for your brains in the first place." It's definitely a situation where she suddenly had an epiphany and went, "Oh my god, I was on Deal or No Deal as a briefcase girl, and I wasn't there for my IQ." I mean, shock horror, Meghan. Seriously, this woman has got to be kidding herself. She was on there for over 30 episodes. Miss Elsworth said, and now suddenly she's woken up, seen the light and gone, "Oh, that was terrible what they did when I was on that programme." This woman just needs to get real. That show actually leads people on that programme to other things. And there's been, I think it was a star on Real Housewives or one of those shows over in the US that came out today and said it led to her having an acting career. So get a life, Meghan. Besides, Aussie commentator Liz Storer spoke to Sky News Australia host Chris Kenny about Meghan's venture before becoming Princess of Woke. Mr. Kenny said, "Liz, tell us, can you take a job effectively as a barrel girl and then complain that you're not there for your intellectual contribution?" Mr. Storer replied, "She goes on to explain how she left the job because she felt objectified and realised it was about her looks and not her brains." I'm like, lady, what about a job holding a fake briefcase made you think for any amount of time that this was going to be about your brains? It's a mute part, you never open your mouth. Also, Megyn Kelly isn't having any of Meghan Markle's claims that she felt objectified as a bimbo. Markle knew exactly what she was getting herself into on that job, and it was no surprise to her that they wanted her to look as good as possible while doing it, Kelly said of Meghan. What she's trying to con us on now is whether she enjoyed it, said Kelly, who branded Markle the Duchess of Duplicity. She loved every minute of it. She wanted to be objectified. She does this podcast with Paris Hilton on how, "Oh, we've been labelled bimbos, it's so wrong." Meanwhile, Paris Hilton made millions of dollars off of that label, leaned into robustly, which she discusses in the podcast. It's ridiculous. Kelly, the former Fox News and NBC star, had little sympathy for Prince Harry's wife, whom she's previously referred to as a B-list actress and a social climber. "This woman is a fraud, and people get it," Kelly said of Markle, citing public opinion polls which surveyed people both stateside and in the United Kingdom. "It's not something a new publicity team can solve, nor any fact-checker," Kelly said. "Only Meghan can solve it." Kelly urged Markle to stop the nonsense and stop the obsessive image crafting. "We don't feel sorry for you," Kelly said, advising Markle to take a step back and be quiet for a while and do something meaningful that is not about you. Then maybe we'll feel inspired to do something other than mock you.